Hello. We should be live. Right? Yes, okay. For a second I thought my title had not updated. We are live though, hello. How are we all? Good? Bad? All of the above? We are live. Once again. And once again, I am attempting to lock in for exams. Right. Been an interesting day because I've just done history. And I'm straight into maths because there is no time. Quite literally, there is no time to sit around, chill, etc. It's straight away on with the next. Just loading everything up, and now I can sit back. And I can get in a mindset to revise. Hopefully. I love how we always start off these streams with if you haven't listened to one of these streams before, or watched rather, the reason we have music is because then I can sit here in silence, get on with revision, and so I don't feel pressured to talk at every moment. So I can actually focus. Of course, don't want to leave complete silence, that's why we have music.
Overhouse.
For the second year in a row, how... I'll put this up on screen what I'm looking at. I need to find a way to... Yeah, download it. How do I annotate this? 1 second, just doing some live editing. Oh. And my camera can go over there. Okay. Right. Let's get rid of that. Right. Oh yeah, we need a calculator. Well, not for this question, but yeah. So that would be 3100, of course. We need a calculator, don't we? I'll use my phone. Right. I don't have the same calculator as I would in the exam, and that's annoying. I don't know what I'm doing though. One sec. Back to me for a second. I'm just gonna quickly organize this a bit. I need to get a calculator on there. I'm just checking away. But it's getting something sorted. ready to do what we were doing. Yes. This question, you just gotta do 56, 7, 8. 8 minus, well, 56 minus 8. Do next. Right, now what am I doing? No. For some reason I decided, let's add it. No, don't do that. I'm going to subtract it. So it would be 48 write down the value. Write down an odd. So multiple is, well, factors are what you, factors multiple, don't want to confuse them. Factors are of course what make up 9. 9 is what you add, so 18 wouldn't be 27. And then here is factors, 24. So we could have 4 and 6. 6 and 5. Write these numbers in order of size. Okay, so we've got minus 8. Minus 2. Or would it be 3 then n? Would it not? I'm thinking, would it, because it's timed, wouldn't it be m3? Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. Luckily, this is not the final GCSE exam yet. So. Oh god. 5x, 2x, and x. Add them all together. 5. 8x minus 2, 2y and 6. I hope I'm doing, I don't think I'm doing this correct answer, am I? Okay. Watch that be incredibly, well I know it's, I just want to attempt every question. But I put 0xy. Maybe. For this one I'll do would it be 3 P 6 think so. Bar chart shows the number of improvement. 35 employees. Okay, so what we can do first of all is work out how much this equals. Because then that's another one done. So 40% of the company. I feel like these questions are annoying in the sense of your brain just has to deal with a lot of information, but all you've got to do is work out one single thing at a time, and then eventually you'll reach the end. I always get the marks on these questions, of course, but it's just at the start of it's like, oh my. Better start working what to work out first. Right, okay, so 40% of the company. Best way I think to do that is 10% of this is 3, so I would just do 3 times 4, which equals 12. Surely that's... No. It isn't that, is it? No. Never mind. %10 of 35 would be 3.5. Can't split people in. Remember, we've got a calculator as well. So it's 17, you split them in. Okay, so to work out 40%, I'll just do I keep getting distracted. Right, okay. So 40, because that's the percent that we've got. So we do 40 times 1. No, it would be divide, wouldn't it? We do 40 divided by 100. Let me just do that now. It's quite easy. It would be 0.4, but just in case if something's going really wrong with maths, just important to use a calculator. 0.4, yep, as I said. Oh god, my handwriting is terrible. Right, so 40 divided by 100 would equal 0.4. And then you do, so it would be 0.4 then times, it would be 0.4 times 35, but that's the number that we've got. And that would equal 14. Therefore, we've got 14 people working on this. Go up to here, go back down. Office, right. The number of people who work in the office is 3 times the number of people who work from home. Okay, so, right. In total, I think, let's work out how much this will. Right. So you've got 9 plus 14. That equals 23. 23 is here. These two then must equal 12. They can only equal 12 because we know that 35 is the overall number. So, with 12, so then what we do is with 12 is we, so logically in our head, even without doing some working out, whatever, we already know that for something to be 3 times the number of people who work from home, if one is 3, then the other one could be 9. And you know, if we increase the number by 3, that would equal 9. So that means that people who work at home technically are 3. People who work from home though, it is 9. Like that. That's not the best line, but there you go. So, you've got, then in total, just to make sure that you're correct, we've got 9 over here. We've got this one, 14. And this one over here, office, we've got 9. And then we've got 3. 9, 14, 9, 14, 28, 32, and then 35. Yeah, so all of it equals 35. Okay, there you go. Right, Ed has some cards with letters on them. Ed takes a card at random. Okay, so you've got 1 T here, and you've got 1 T here. Am I just making, I'm not missing any T's, am I? Okay, how many do we have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So we got 9, so that would equal 2 over 9. Blair wants to buy 84 bananas, so does it? Work out the total cost of it. It's quite simple. 2 markers, so you just do 84 times 40. Remember, you've got a calculator, so that would equal 30 . And that would equal 33 points. The cost of a single banana increases. 1 second. The cost of a single banana increases by 35%. New cost. Okay, so we're just doing 40 pence. Am I correct? We're just doing 40 pence. And then increase it by 30. With this, we can easily do 10% in terms of 10% equals 4. So the way I'd do it would be so to 30% we'd get 12. We get 12. And then divide that by 2. This number over here. The answer would be 2. And then just plus 2 on top of that to get the 35. And then the number should equal 14. So now, overall we're adding 14 pence to this. And then that would make the answer be 50. Like so. Find the area of a shape. Find the perimeter of a shape. Ooh. This one's interesting though, isn't it? Because you've not got this. Guess what, luck. I know we're gonna get this one wrong, but I don't actually know how to do it. So I'm just gonna assume that there is things here. I know I'm gonna get it wrong. It's just so I can stay on the policy of if I was in the exam, what I would do. No, I'd probably do something different because I know it's gonna be wrong. Yeah. Next. Oh god. Don't know how to do this. Okay, one sec, let me read. Right, the diagram shows the print. Okay. It shows sides A, B, C, D, H. D, F, G, H. D. A, H, G is a straight line. Yep, I think I can tell that. Size of D, G, H. So D, G, H. DDHD. Oh, this. That is a. That's an annoying question. There's a 5 marker though. Okay, I'm gonna do work on this question now. I'm gonna like review it. So. Gonna come back to it. We'll come back to that. Don't know it. Right, what's this? 5 times 2 equals 10. 5 times 7 equals... Don't know what I'm doing completely on this question. But now the phase where I begin to do that. Two-way table works. Sophie has to... Dog. Complete the two-way table. Oh, it's one of those where you're just gonna have to think where things are. Okay. No, right, okay. Let's start here, I think. This is the logical place to start. So, you've got 120 minus 65. So that means that this must be 55. If this is 55, then 18 plus, well, 18 plus 9 equals 27, then you would do 55 minus 27. And that'll give you this. Then you add these two together. Now 60. Then you do 42 minus 18. Then you work out, well, you could work out either this or this, but you know, once again, we'll start here. So 60 plus 42. 60 plus 42 equals 102. And then the gap here would be 180. It would be 80. Then this would surely equal 9 as well. And then to double check that we've actually got this correct in terms of this very quick inference we've made, if you really want, you can do 32 plus 24 plus 9, and that would equal 65. One of the students who preferred dogs is choosing at random. So 60. And 28. Well, quite literally, it would be 28 out of 60. Of course, we can simplify it, which we're going to do. Doesn't ask us to do, but I'm going to do it 2 by 2 because I think I'll just be easier. 2024. 6% of Olympic medals were won by France. What? Is that really just a question? Well, it's 1 mark, so yeah. Well, if 6% were won by France, that means... No, what am I doing? You see, you just don't want to make, like, that's the most basic question ever. You don't want to do something stupid like that. 94. Goodness me. Right. Great Britain won gold, silver medals. Okay, let's see what this all adds up to. It's also 1 mark, so right, basically all this adds up to 65. That should be 2 marks. You're making me work out this, and then you're making me... Right. 22. Well, actually, no, you can't simplify 65. Never mind. It's 1 mark for a reason. I understand that reason. 22. 60. Probability that Mark will be late on Monday 0.1. Will be late on Tuesday 0.6. Yeah. Oh, this one's annoying. It's laid out annoyingly. Oh wait, no, never mind, it's not. Because a probability adds up to 1 in total, so that would be 0.9 then, if he's... The probability of him being late is 0.1. That would be 0.9. And then we go into like even bigger decimals. Right. So... So would that be 0.95 then? Surely? We're still doing it out of 1. If not, then we'll check it out. And you got 0.9% of a chance. I don't. Ow. We'll be honest, brutally honest, I have no clue what I'm doing in this second part of the question. This, no clue what I'm doing. 0.1 explained to... But where do I have the information for? This. So... Okay, so... 0.05. Am I correct then? And then that would of course mean 0.895. see. And then probability that it will be on time on both days. Okay, we're gonna do work on that question. That is for sure. On time both Monday and Tuesday. I'll come back to that. Okay. We need a protractor. What? Protractor. Okay, well we can't do that, but we're going to do that instead. That question is voided. I mean, I could get an on-screen protractor, but too much effort. I'd rather just get on with questions. Right, back to some 1 markers. Basic. How many questions is there? 27. Yeah, now we've got to just lay out this, right? So you have 8. 12. 18. 28. 30. Yeah. Oh. Fine. Right. Point 1. Right. Next. Doesn't really look like a great polygon to me. We'll pretend it's straightened. Okay, alright. If I'm honest, I don't know how to use that question. I do not know. We'll come back to that. Okay, that's enough. That is enough. I think it's time I have a break. I'll be back. Another point. Most likely going to spend the rest of the day revising by myself. Soon gonna have food as well, and then it's the final push. Then it's sleep, and then it's time to do the exam. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I guess today we actually got some stuff done. I just realised I've accidentally closed it and I can't mark it now. Oh wait, no, I can. I was live streaming. Of course, I can go back and mark it. That's great. I can mark it. Okay, thank God. One time I was happy on live streaming. Okay, anyway, yeah, let's wrap it up. I will see you all at some point. Thank you for joining me here today. Let's see how the exam goes tomorrow. But for now, it is